Today on Tom's Trains Collector, I've got a bunch of new Take and Play engines to show off. I'm mostly focused on the Trackmaster line, but I do collect Take and Play. I have a decent collection from over the years. I want to do a Take and Play collection video at some point. Let's just see what these new engines are that I've recently gotten. So for a long time, I've not been able to actually find like a Take and Play Edward, but I found this a lot. That also has some other new characters that I didn't have yet. So I got the lot, and one of the new characters was Edward. And this is the take-along version. Has the wheel configuration. The correct wheel configuration. I know later versions just went to standard 6 wheels of this size, but this actually has a smaller wheel at the front. Alright, we got Mike. I've had Trackmaster Mike for a while. Now I have Take and Play Mike. And now I can join Rex and Bert, which I already have in my collection. So now I have all 3 of the small railway engines. We got Stanley. I just got Trackmaster Stanley pretty recently in a recent haul video. So I have Take and Play Stanley. I think it's actually Take Along Stanley. I just say Take and Play to refer to Take and Play Take Along Adventures. It's easier. And then Ferdinand. And I don't have any other Take and Play engines that have this. It's like these wheels things that turn. I think that's because these are a really long engine and they need to be able to go around corners. So these will actually turn. Although this back one is pretty loose. This front one is much tighter. And then the tender as well. But I don't have any other engines that have that feature, where their proportion of their wheels turn. Edward here has 4 wheels, but they don't like turn or anything. It's all one long thing. And then we have some variants of characters I already have. So we have new Dash, and I'll bring in the Dash I already had. And so this is like 2010 Dash, like right when he was introduced. And this is from like 2014 when they switched over to the round magnets as opposed to the square ones. So I'm just going to do some comparing real quick. The funnel's taller. Faces are pretty similar. And obviously the magnet's different. The lamp is not painted. The mold's there, but it's not painted on the new one. And there's a lot of gray at top of this funnel. That's just wear. Because I got this used at like a thrift store. So it has a bit of wear on it, whereas this one is gonna have a lot less wear on it. So one of the domes has been pushed back to where the cab is, and then the other domes are in the same spot, but now the entire thing's orange instead of the top is orange and the side's gray. The gray side could just be wear, but I think the side's actually meant to be gray on this old one. This part right here is pretty similar. And I think this dash is just a slightly lighter shade of orange. Yeah. And on the back here, this is just a lot more flat, whereas this actually like sticks out. It doesn't turn or anything, but if you notice, this is a lot more flat, whereas this is more intricate and actually kind of flat. This is more molded and detailed. I think in terms of dash, I'll use this dash, and this is going to be kind of new dash. So I'll move this dash off to the side because I already have him. But this one is just a little variant I have. And then we have this Charlie. And I'm going to bring in this Charlie. This is just the Charlie I already has. Actually a talking Charlie. So, put the bun up here. Obviously this Charlie does not. And it's a lot more open. This part's actually open and you can kind of see through it. This one's not. It's probably like all the mechanisms in there for the talking feature. Isn't that pretty similar? Yeah, but on the front here, even though these are released around the same time, this one's dated 2012 on the bottom, this one's dated 2011, they were released around the same time. They actually have different faces, and this face is much better. It's a lot more accurate than this one. And then, otherwise pretty similar. Back, it's very similar, although again these are see-through, and then there's like a speaker on the back. They're very similar, but I think I'll have this Charlie, this talking Charlie be Charlie, and then this can be like 2009 Charlie. Another variant, and the one I'm actually switching over to, my preferred version of that engine, is Tennessee. So this is the new Tennessee, and this is the Tennessee I've had. And most of the take and play round magnet engines and their adventurous counterparts are pretty similar, but actually a pretty big difference. They make this blue, and it lines up with this on the side here, and then around to the back, whereas here, it's kind of molded to the chassis, and it's red, which it's supposed to be. Otherwise, pretty similar. Yeah, the exact same. Now this is actually about use, so there's been a wear on the SCC part. Otherwise, pretty similar. Just the only difference is that red buffer beam, but I think that looks better than this blue one. So I'm gonna have this be Tennessee, and this could be Adventures Tennessee. So they're actually all the new engines I got in that lot. 4 new characters and a couple of new variants of engines I already have. And I do intend to do a take and play collection video at some point, not sure when though. I do have a pretty decently large take and play collection. It's definitely something I could see doing.